Tatsuki Fujimoto's Chainsaw Man has long been known for its unapologetically dark tone, and Chapter 178, titled Gun Goddess, takes this even further, pushing the boundaries of the manga's bleak and chaotic world. As one of the defining works in the so-called Dark Trio, alongside Hell's Paradise and Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man consistently delivers twisted humor, intense battles, and a cynical worldview. However, even by its own standards, the events in this chapter are exceptionally harrowing, with Denji and Asa Mitaka finding themselves more out of control than ever. The previous chapter, Trigger Finger, ended on a disturbing note with Yoru, the War Devil, sacrificing the pointer fingers of countless American gun owners to transform the Statue of Liberty into a weapon. The result is the Gun Goddess, a massive, devilish monstrosity that embodies not just one of America's symbols of freedom but also its history of violent dominance. The powerful imagery used by Fujimoto in this chapter serves as a stark reminder of the global consequences of the characters' actions and the shared human history of conflict and destruction that has led them to this point. The Art of Devastation, a visual masterpiece. Fujimoto's artwork in Chapter 178 is some of his most impressive to date in Chainsaw Man Part 2. The chapter features 5 full-page illustrations that capture the sheer scale and horror of the Gun Goddess. Her design is reminiscent of the founding Titan from Attack on Titan, with a grotesque spinal column and rib cage emerging from the neck of the statue, wielding firearms. This callback is likely intentional, as it draws parallels between the themes of both series, particularly the inescapable cycle of war and the dehumanizing effects of violence. This artistic choice also invites comparisons between Yoru and Eren Yeager, both of whom are driven by a desire to reshape the world through any means necessary. Fujimoto's use of such powerful symbolism and parallels shows his deep engagement with the themes of war and human nature, much like Hajime Isayama did in Attack on Titan. The chapter suggests that Fujimoto is aware of the criticisms leveled against Isayama's work and may be preparing his own take on the issue of whether the cycle of violence is truly unbreakable. The War Devil's True Nature Unleashed. Chapter 178 showcases a new, more terrifying side of the War Devil, Yoru. Her power is now on full display, surpassing even that of Mikima from Part 1. The more destruction Yoru causes, the more humanity fears war, and the stronger she becomes. This escalation of her abilities places humanity in a precarious position, as the War Devil feeds on their fear and uses it to fuel her rampage. This transformation into an irredeemable monster is a significant turning point, especially given the complex relationship between Yoru and Asa. Previously, Asa believed there was some semblance of goodness within Yoru, hoping to influence her toward a more compassionate path. The intimate moments they shared, such as the bathtub scene where they expressed their feelings, hinted at a deeper connection between them, almost like sisters. However, as Yoru succumbs to her demonic urges and wreaks havoc, Asa is forced to confront the harsh reality of their relationship. Her single line of dialogue in this chapter, "How could I forget? Yoru's a devil," captures the devastation of realizing that the entity she had grown to trust is capable of unimaginable cruelty. The Return of the Aging Devil, a contract of horror. The chapter also sees the reappearance of the Aging Devil, who previously tried to force Pachida into eating him in Chapter 175. The Aging Devil had made a chilling contract with public safety. In exchange for erasing the concept of aging from the world, 10,000 children in Japan would be killed. This horrifying deal underscores the sadistic nature of the devils in Chainsaw Man. The Aging Devil's desire to eliminate the concept of aging shows its twisted logic, as children, who represent the opposite of aging, are its greatest enemies. The stakes are raised even higher as Pachida, weakened from his battle with Yoru, is left with no choice but to consume the Aging Devil to restore his strength. This desperate act would come at the cost of countless innocent lives, highlighting the tragic reality that, in the world of Chainsaw Man, there are no true heroes or villains, only victims of circumstance. Chainsaw Man Part 2 approaches its darkest point yet. The conclusion of Chapter 178 leaves readers on edge, as the ominous shadow of the Death Devil looms larger than ever. With the chains of control weakening, Denji and Asa are caught in a spiraling chaos that seems impossible to escape. The appearance of Black Chainsaw Man, who erases devils from existence, adds another layer of complexity to the story. Pachida's unpredictable nature makes him both a savior and a potential destroyer of everything. As the series barrels toward an uncertain future, one thing is clear: the consequences of war, fear, and human nature are at the forefront of this narrative. Chainsaw Man Part 2 continues to challenge its characters and readers alike, asking difficult questions about identity, morality, and the cost of power. Chapter 178 is a grim reminder that in the world of Chainsaw Man, survival often comes at an unimaginable cost.